All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. Nigeria at 65. I will choose to be Nigerian in my next life. DJ Copy. Now, this is one of the daughters of billionaire Femi Otedola. She spoke yesterday. She said she would choose to be Nigerian again in her next life, and she began saying a lot of good things about Nigeria, almost, putting down the suffering of other Nigerians. And many Nigerians came down heavily on her, attacking her. And for me, I said, no, there is no point attacking this lady, DJ Copy. This is somebody that her father once spent almost £1 million buying Ferraris for she and her other siblings. Look at this. Femi Otedola explains why he spent £810,000 on Ferraris for daughters. These people have benefited heavily from the corruption of the Nigerian state. So allow them to celebrate Nigeria. It is you and I, it is the common man on the street who is bearing the brunt of misrule, the brunt of the corruption of men like this lady's father, and who have said nothing about it, that should blame themselves. If Nigerians are tired of suffering in a country that has so much, if we are tired of just seeing a few people take over the wealth of this country, then it is time for us to unite and take our country back. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that very ugly one coming from Remi Tinubu. This is almost like a mockery to Nigerians. And next is that one from Aso Rock. This one came directly out of the lips of Tinubu, and it got many Nigerians angry. The lies, the hypocrisy, and the insensitivity in this utterance appears tailor-made to crush the souls of Nigerians who are going through unimaginable hardship at this time. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. Regarding Nigeria at 65, let us look at what some people from the streets had to say about the state of the nation.
Respondents expressed concerns about insecurity plaguing some parts of the country, high unemployment rates and economic hardship, among others.
By this time, I believe that the rate of unemployment is supposed to have gone down. You can see our youth today graduating. We spend so much money on them, and at the end of it, as parents again, we are the one taking care of them, instead of them to be taking care of us at this stage.
When you look at the hardship in the country, you agree with me that Nigeria is not where it's supposed to be. Rate of insecurity, things are not moving well. So the government itself are not ready to do the right thing.
To some extent we have little, but they never reached there yet. Because look at Nigeria today, everything is upside down. But it seems that the elect, they are the ones that enjoy it most.
The challenges are too many. It's beyond comment. If I continue to say this thing, I will end all the time without ending the challenges of Nigeria. Things are not like before. Compared to what is happening, taxes upon taxes.
You saw that. Nigeria is just a sad tale. The average man has nothing positive to say about the country. And it is so despicable that every year we mark independence in this country, this is always the confession. This is always the position of the average man. When is this going to change? And I was particularly touched by what the first speaker said. He said, after spending so much to educate their children, there are no jobs for them. Now, at their age, that man should be between 60 to 70 years or even above. At that age, he still has to be taking care of children that he has educated. That is a disaster. Go to many homes in Nigeria today, you will find that happening. It's just that Nigerians have developed a thick skin towards some of these things. If not, these are despicable scenarios that should force everybody to say enough is enough. That should throw this country into a revolution. The second speaker was talking about insecurity. There is no aspect of our nationhood that you can point to and smile, that you can point to and say, after 65 years, we have done enough. But the question is this how we are going to continue? No, it should not be. We cannot just keep complaining and complaining. As a people, we should be able to look at what we can do. And I keep saying it. We are a country of over 200 million people. We are blessed with this population. If you look at the people that have been drawing Nigeria back since 1960 to this point, add all of them together, they are not up to 500,000 people. And we are over 200 million. Why can't we just say to ourselves that we need a change? Let us keep our sentiments aside. And if we do that, I am telling you, if we begin to elect leaders whose hearts beat for this country, within 12 months, we will begin to see that change. Because as far as we have this corruption as a culture, there is no strategy that will work. They may present some beautiful ideas on paper, but I am telling you, corruption will eat up all those ideas. Nigerians should not feel this corruption for them with these aboriginal sentiments of tribe and religion. If we can cast these sentiments aside and unite, I am telling you, we will defeat this political class and take our country back. Whether Nigerians are ever going to unite against the political class, it is left to be seen. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that one coming from Remi Tinubu. This one is a pure mockery of the Nigerian people. And next is that tragic one coming out of the lips of Tinubu himself. These utterances seem tailor-made to crush the souls of Nigerians because of the lies, the hypocrisy, and the insensitivity in the speech. And Nigerians came down heavily on Tinubu upon hearing that speech. Let's start by taking that update from Remi Tinubu. Look at how the papers reported it. Oluremi Tinubu urges Nigerians to unite, sacrifice, and play their part in building a greater nation at 65th independence. Wife of Tinubu Senator Oluremi has disclosed that all hands must be on deck to make Nigeria a great nation. In a message to mark the 65th independence anniversary of Nigeria, the First Lady charged Nigerians to let us all play our parts to build a Nigeria we will all want to see. Your sacrifice will never be in vain. Then she quoted a former American president. My fellow citizens, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. January 20, 1961, inaugural address of United States 35th President John F. Kennedy. Let us all play our part to build a Nigeria we all want to see. Your sacrifice will never be in vain. Happy 65th Independence Anniversary. She quoted the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, saying, ask not what America can do for you, but what you can do for America. In a country like Nigeria, where the country has not given anything to the people have emptied themselves into this country. Just within 2 years, your husband has increased import duties 5 times. He has removed fuel subsidy, moving petrol from 190 naira to 850 naira. He has increased value added tax. He said he will increase again in fact, he has increased again in January. Everything, NEPA bill has tripled. School fees has increased tremendously, drastically. And you are still saying Nigerians should ask what they can do for Nigeria, not what Nigeria can do for them. People are running out of this country. Our best hands are fleeing the country massively in search of greener pastures. Yet you are saying the people should continue to ask themselves what they can do for country. Well, the people can die for the country. So come and spill their blood as you people have already been doing. Just come and exterminate the people so that you and your family can take whatever belongs to the country. This is severe mockery of the people, and I hope Nigerians can see all this and take that decision to do all it takes to get the APC out of power in 2027. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that update from Tinubu began making the rounds. Look at how the papers reported it. Pay your taxes. Patronize made in Nigeria goods. Tinubu urges Nigerians in independence speech. Bola Tinubu, in his national broadcast to mark Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary, urged Nigerians to embrace tax payment as part of their patriotic duty, stressing that the survival and development of the nation depends on collective responsibility. Speaking on Wednesday, October 1, 2025, Tinubu acknowledged the hardship Nigerians are facing due to his administration's economic reforms, but insisted that the government needs more revenue to rebuild critical infrastructure and improve social services. Let us be a nation of producers, not just consumers. Let us farm our land and build factories to process our produce. Let us patronize made in Nigerian goods. I say Nigeria first. Let us pay our taxes, Tinubu declared in his address. Tinubu highlighted several economic policies he said were beginning to yield results, including the removal of fuel subsidy, foreign exchange reforms, and efforts to diversify the economy away from oil dependence. He claimed that inflation had dropped to its lowest level in 3 years, and the country's external reserves had risen to over $42 billion. Tinubu framed tax compliance as an essential part of Nigeria's nation-building process. We must build the roads we need, repair the ones that have become decrepit, and construct the schools our children will attend and the hospitals that will care for our people. We do not have enough electricity to power our industries and homes today because we failed to make the necessary investments decades ago. Now we must all contribute our quota. That is why I call on Nigerians. Let us pay our taxes, he said. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. Yomi Abolarinwa here says, one of the major qualities of a good leader is leading by example. How many made in Nigeria vehicles has this administration bought from our local manufacturers? We at the grassroots are more patriotic than these so-called leaders. That is as simple as ABC. And it's so true. And son of the middle belt here says, government removes tax from your salary, removes value-added tax from the same salary, removes tax when buying something from the same salary that was taxed, share these monies among politicians, and look away when they embezzle such money. E no go better for una sha, that is it. But we must go beyond cursing them to forcing them out. And Joseph Korede here says, leadership starts with example. Before telling Nigerians to pay taxes and buy made in Nigerian goods, the government must ensure transparency, accountability, and create an enabling environment where local products thrive. These ones don't care about accountability. Once you mention accountability, they say you are a hater. All the loans they have taken, all the taxes that have increased in the last 2 years, the people cannot point at one thing that they have done, yet they are saying we must pay more. And Alowonle says we should prioritize made in Nigeria, but you are using Cadillac as an official car and often go to UK and France for medical checkup. They play. That is the hypocrisy in all this. Stinking hypocrisy. You that hates Nigeria. By the time you complete your 4 years, you would have spent more than 1 year outside this country. And you are telling Nigerians to patronize made in Nigerian goods? Even your fleet of cars, you refuse to patronize innocent. And Bukaino here says, Tinubu, they tell Nigerians to patronize made in Nigeria. But him, they cruise around in foreign-made bulletproof convoys. Bros, even your wheelbarrow no be innocent. Hypocrisy on 4 tires. Bukaino is saying, even if Tinubu decides to buy a wheelbarrow today, he will not buy a made in Nigeria wheelbarrow. He will import. And Ayinla says, why Muslims in Nigeria pay so much to go to Mecca to throw stones when they could just go and see the same person at Aso Rock? Beats me. Ayinla is talking about the religious practice of Muslims at Mecca throwing stones at the devil. He said they should just take those stones to Aso Rock and throw at Tinubu. And Ajayi here says, did you patronize made in Nigeria goods, medical trips, foreign brand cars in your convoys, and many more. Leadership is by example. Absolutely. Absolutely. Leadership should be by example, but not in Nigeria. I tell you, a lot of things are just culturally wrong with this country, and the hypocrisy stinks to the high heavens. This is a man who does not have anything innocent in his fleet of cars. This is a man I know eats foreign rice in his house. Even some of their, do you believe that some of their laundry men, people who do their laundry, who wash their clothes, are not even here in this country? I heard from some reliable sources, many politicians have their laundry men outside Nigeria. It sounds ridiculous, but it is true. Those are the same people coming to tell us to patronize made in Nigerian goods. So Tinubu and his wife just used the occasion of this 1st October to mock Nigerians. We had his wife telling Nigerians to unite and play their own part in fixing this country. Does she think that if Nigerians unite, they will be in office? They will not even wait for that 2027 if Nigerians are a united people before they kick you out of there. Can't you see what happened in Nepal, happened in Kenya and other places? That is what you find when the people unite against a corrupt system. But she's just mocking the people. And then the husband came and finished it off. Pay your taxes. What a shame. But I'm not surprised. This is the APC. They have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. If Nigerians desire to have a country at all in the near future, we must come together, cast our sentiments aside, and get the APC out of power. But until then, make I still enter town, make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.